to museums.com. Now imagine a small blue house in Mexico City, filled with colors, flowers, and sunlight. Inside lived a girl named Frida Kahlo. From the outside, her life looked simple, even ordinary. But destiny would soon shape her into one of the most powerful voices in America. At just 6 years old, Frida contracted polio. The illness left her with a limb that made her feel different from other children, but she learned to disguise it with strength and humor. Yet, the greatest thrill of her life came later. At 18, she suffered a horrific bus accident that shattered her body. Her spine, pelvis, and ribs broken. Doctors doubted she would ever walk again. Confined to her bed in a plastic corset, Frida asked her parents just one simple thing, a mirror above her bed. And there, lying in pain, staring at her own reflection, she began to paint self-portraits, but not out of vanity. They were acts of survival. She painted her broken body, her isolation, her misery, her struggle with identity. She painted not what was beautiful, but what was true. For Frida, I was not an escape. It was a confrontation with her pain, transformed into symbols and colors that the world could not ignore. Her life was marked by contradiction. She was deeply in love with Diego Rivera, Mexico's most famous moralist. But the relationship was turbulent, full of passion, betrayal, and reconciliation. She struggled with illness for decades, enduring dozens of surgeries. Yet, through it all, she chose to live bold. She wore traditional Tijuana dresses not only as fashion, but as a declaration of identity and pride of her indigenous heritage. She painted herself with raw honesty, giving voice to emotion most people keep hiding. By the 1930s and 40s, Frida work traveled beyond Mexico. She exhibited in New York, Paris, and other culture capitals. Surrealists admire her, though she insisted her never painted dreams, only her own reality. She became the first Mexican woman artist to achieve international recognition. And through she faced prejudice and personal hardship. Today, after her death in 1954, Frida Kahlo has become more than an artist. She is a global symbol of resilience, feminism, and cultural pride. Her face appears on murals, jewelry, fashion, even on currency. But her true power lied not in the icon she became, but in the honesty of her art. Each painting is a testimony that suffering doesn't have to silence us. It can become a source of strength, even of beauty. The lesson is timeless. Frida shows us that pain can be a palette. What hurt you can also inspire you. She proved that brokenness doesn't mean weakness. It can mean transformation. Her art reminds us that being vulnerable is not a flaw, but a form of courage. Frida Kahlo turned her suffering into timeless masterpieces that continue to speak across generations. And if she could transform her deepest words into art that moves the world, imagine what you can create from your own story. Thank you for joining us at museum.com. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for more stories of artists who turn struggle into greatness.